Hemamalini GN.
Thank you so much.
Hemamalini GN, contestant number 3.
The best stories are the ones that are not just heard, that are not just seen, but are truly experienced. And my dear target speaker, you did not just make me hear or see what you did over here on stage. You made me experience it and feel it like no other. Contest master, fellow Toastmasters, and my dear target speaker. Today, I had to note down a lot of the positives that you had that my paper was actually running out. But let me be very quick in telling you what I loved the most about your speech. The first thing, it's the way you bring the characters to life. When you were here standing, starting the speech, telling me how Mrs. Fernando was, how your t-shirt was, how you were jogging, you made me see Mrs. Fernando, you made me see the garbage boy that Mrs. Fernando saw, you made me feel, you made me hear, you actually made me experience it completely. And the start was the perfect takeoff. The second thing that I loved about your speech was the way you brought in humor to such a serious subject. It was kind of like that chocolate bag that was just found inside that reverb skit. It's such a surprise. And that moment was something which was really puzzling and so beautiful to experience. Amazing thing on the humor, especially with the voice and with the delivery. I think you're really, really good at it. The third thing that I loved about your speech was that you built the tension up to a particular extent and then let me know about Fernando's son. You know, it was more like that moment when an earthquake strikes. I mean, we're talking about a wave of celebration over here, but you know, when an earthquake happens, it does not happen overnight. You know, it just has that tension, that energy built up in the earth. It just gets built up, built up, built up, and at one particular point, it just drops all the energy and boom, that wave strikes us hard and it's so destructive. And today, that speech had that impact on me. A completely non-destructive yet very impactful wave that just touched me so beautifully well. Properly conceived, properly executed. Great job on that. If I were to say what I might have liked a little bit more different in your speech, it would be the physical reach as well. There you were, not preaching, but rather reaching to us. You had one point to tell, and it was just precise. You know, it was more like a pencil. It had a point, and it had a very sharp point. Like, if you poke your neighbor, he'd probably be bleeding. You had a very concise point, and you were just delivering it to us like that. But I would have liked for that impact to be an even more to be better a little bit more, because when you had just come over here, reached to us physically, that would have been a little bit more better than just being over there with that stance, with that pause, which added more beauty. Yet, I would have liked for it to have been a physical reach rather than just a stance. The second thing that I might have probably I would probably suggest for you is you had that one moment where you showed me your passport and you were telling me this is something that a normal person does not do. That moment, if you'd just thrown the passport over there, that would have created an even bigger impact, and that wave would have hit me even more harder. So I would overall like to summarize your speech with just the 3 words that you used. Don't consider it plagiarism. Start, record, and playback. Start, perfect takeoff. Record, everything is recorded over here. The visuals, the auditory, and the kinesthetics. The playback, it's worth a playback. Just take care of that even more impactful delivery. Overall, thank you for letting me be a part of your journey. Contest Master.